Well, good morning and welcome to this weekend edition of the Daily Dose of Greek. I have a nice fluorescent hoodie to help you wake up this morning. I'm going to be doing some yard work here in a few minutes, and so I'm dressed appropriately for that. Hey, I received this generous package from GlossaHouse, G-L-O-S-S-A, GlossaHouse. I encourage you to type that into Google and go to their website and check out all their helpful materials to learn and go deeper into the biblical languages. Just an amazing amount of materials they're coming out with, often illustrated using creative communicative means, all sorts of readers editions, just some really great stuff. I'm very grateful for the GlossaHouse publishers and for them sending me this bag of goodies that we're going to explore this morning. All right. So here we have a reader's edition. I'm just going to go through these. We have a reader's edition of a portion of the Apostolic Fathers. Of course, the Apostolic Fathers are the earliest Christian writings after the New Testament. They're collected together. You can usually purchase them as one volume, written in Greek. And here we have a paperback edition of the Letters of Ignatius, so a portion of the Apostolic Fathers, a reader's edition that gives rare vocabulary at the bottom to help you. So if there's a couple of full reader's editions of the Apostolic Fathers, but maybe you just want to start small, focus on just a portion of it. And I'm not going to give all the names of editors and authors because there's a lot of people, and to be frank, at GlossaHouse, a lot of the times the people publishing these are younger scholars, PhD students, people who've recently graduated, so not as well known, but producing some really good work. So here we have the Letters of Ignatius and the Apostolic Fathers Greek Reader Series, and we also have the same thing, 1st and 2nd Clement. So again, a portion of the Apostolic Fathers that's formatted with rare vocabulary to assist you to speed along in that. Here we have a reader's edition, a Greek reader of Paul's letter to the Romans, right? From the New Testament. And so you say, well, how is this different from just a reader's Greek New Testament? Well, as I'm glancing at it, I'm seeing there's a lot more notes to assist you with vocabulary and syntax and morphology, a lot more than you would expect in a reader's edition, because here, focusing just on Romans, this is 177 pages. It includes appendix with rare vocabulary, has vocabulary focused on Paul's letter to the Romans, as well as some charts to assist you with recognizing forms and other things. Yeah, so nice to know about that. Here we have Daily Devotions in the Biblical Languages, Volume 1, From Creation to Flood. So this looks like thematically with topics in the Bible, with readings from the Hebrew Old Testament and from the Greek New Testament, with rare vocabulary and notes to assist you and review of paradigms and things like that. So really interesting. Yeah, again, dealing with topics thematically in the Bible. This one, From Creation to Flood. Then we have a published set of diagrams. You can obtain Randy Leedy's diagrams. Randy Leedy is known well as a diagrammer of the Greek New Testament. He has a Facebook page. He has a website. I think it's ntgreekguy.com. And you can obtain a PDF of his diagrams for a very reasonable price. You can buy them within the Logos. But here, he's publishing them in print format. This is Ephesians and Colossians. Not only giving the diagram fully in print format, but also giving some discussion of it and some instruction about diagramming as well. So nice to know. Perhaps there is a doctor in your life, or you are a doctor, and you are not only a medical doctor, but you're a lover of the Greek New Testament. What about this book? Hippocratic Oath, an illustrated Greek-English Reader's Edition. How about that? It's like a comic book version of the Hippocratic Oath with Greek text as well as reading notes and translation underneath. I told you GlossaHouse is doing some really cool and creative stuff. Here we begin with the whole Hippocratic Oath in Greek and in English. So I'm confident that someone is going to order that based on us looking at that. Here we have advanced Greek readers with translation, and it looks like portions of the Apocrypha and Pseudepigrapha. Okay? So here it's 1 through 4 Baruch. If I'm not mistaken, first Baruch is in the Apocrypha. But second, third, fourth Baruch is in the pseudepigrapha. So these are early Jewish writings that are in Greek that are related to the canonical scriptures in terms of themes and characters and things like that. So this is 1 through 4 Baruch, and it's a reader's edition with Greek text and information underneath on parsing and vocabulary to help you, as well as looks like a rather extensive introduction to each of the books. And similarly, here we have the life of Adam and Eve and the Testament of Adam. These are from the pseudepigrapha, from the writings. They're not part of the Apocrypha, so you may say, what's the difference between the Apocrypha and the pseudepigrapha? Well, the Apocrypha is a series of writings that some Christian traditions include in their Old Testament. For example, the Roman Catholic Church, Greek Orthodox Church, Ethiopian Orthodox Church, whereas the pseudepigrapha is a collection of early Jewish writings, pseudepigrapha, falsely written in the name of other people, of historical figures, that it's kind of an amorphous collection in terms of the size of it. Should it be, what is included within it? But it's roughly from 200 BC to 200 AD, roughly. And probably the standard English collection is the one edited by Charles Worth, entitled The Old Testament Pseudepigrapha. So if you Google, go on Amazon, type in Old Testament Pseudepigrapha Charles Worth, pull up 2 large volumes. It's kind of, for a long time, has been considered the standard sort of collection of recognized a portion of the Old Testament Pseudepigrapha, although Eerdmans is publishing additional volumes. I think it's entitled Pseudepigrapha, More Non-Canonical Scriptures, that broadens out the date range and the collection there. All right, well, thank you to GlossaHouse. Appreciate it, you guys, to the publisher and the editors and the authors for generously sharing these and letting us let others know about them. All right, too bad you're not here to join me in yard work now.